Now, let us have a virtual journey of third important group, that is a Ganesh Leni group. The ancient name of the hill where these caves are located is a Kapichit. The name Ganesh Leni has been derived because of the presence of one of the Ashtavinayakas in the cave number 7, that is the Vihara cave. Ganesh Leni group has two Chaitya caves, that is the cave number 6 and 14, 28 Vihara caves are monasteries and 3 are unfinished caves. There are 6 inscriptions at this group. Cave number 5 is a monastery which has veranda, rectangular hall and 7 cells in total. Cave number 5 was donated by merchants dealing in food grains. Cave number 6 has a Chaitya arch and also referred to as a blind arch. It was donated by Sudasadatta, who was a native of Kalyan. The cave has veranda supported by 2 pillars and 2 pilasters and an upside Chaitya Gruha. This cave belongs to the early 2nd century of Common Era, and an attempt to minimize influence of wooden architecture can be seen in this cave. The ribs and the rafters of the cave are rock cut. The pillars on the back side are plain octagonal shafts. The ones in the hall are ornate and topped by animal capitals. The Chaitya cave number 14 is of different plan from the earlier ones. This cave is a rectangular in plan and the monolithic stupa is at the center. This Chaitya is completely free from influence of wooden architecture. The ceilings of earlier Chaityas were vaulted, whereas the ceiling here is a flat, leaving no scope for placing any kind of ribs. Pillars are absent, so they no more perform the function of supporting the roof in such Chaityas of smaller dimensions. Cave, as termed by late Hinayana cave, is dated to the late 2nd century of Common Era. The name Ganesh Leni is derived from cave number 7, which is the largest monastery at Junnar, which was later transformed into the shrine of Ganesh and is now considered among the 8 principal Ganesha shrines. The pillars support the veranda, followed by a large hall having 7 cells on the right and left sides and 6 cells on the back wall. In the vicinity of Ganesh Leni, an isolated group is located. This group is located on the Suleiman Hills to the east of Ganesh Leni group. It has 1 Chaitya and 7 Vihara caves. This is the only cave in western Deccan where Chaitya arch is highly ornate. At the top of Chaitya cave, an auspicious symbol of Srivassa can be seen. A stupa can be seen in a high relief. On both sides of facade, a series of Chaitya arches adorn the space. Chaitya is upsidal on plan but remain unfinished like a few other caves mentioned earlier due to the similar reasons. On the top of stupa, there may have been provision for attaching Kshatrayashti and Kshatravali. There is no inscription in this cave group. Now we will move to the last group, that is the Shivneri group. Shivneri group is further divided into 3 subgroups. The eastern subgroup. The eastern subgroup consists of 54 caves, 40 water cisterns and 6 inscriptions. There are 2 Chaitya Gruhas, 51 monasteries and 2 unfinished caves. Chaitya cave number 2 is of smaller dimension and the stupa inside remain unfinished. The next Chaitya Gruha is cave number 48, excavated in the late phase of the 2nd century of Common Era. The pillars are there inside and there are 2 windows at the entrance. The plan of the cave is rectangular and the complete stupa is monolithic. On the ceiling, remains of paintings can be seen. Second subgroup, that is a south subgroup, located on the Shivneri fort and consists of cave number 59 as a Chaitya cave. Cave number 47 of this group is interesting, where one can see 2 cells on the back wall and between the space of these 2 cells on back wall a stupa is carved in a high relief. This depiction is rare and interesting and the shrine cum monastery plan seems to be evolving to combine the idea of sacred and residential place. Cave number 16 of Turja Leni group, cave number 9 and 21 of Ganesh Leni, cave number 3 and 7 of Bhima Shankar group, cave number 76 of Shivneri group belong to mandap type of caves. These caves are usually squarish on plan, may or may not have benches. One of the inscriptions at Shivneri South group mentions such cave as a Bhojana Mandap. Cave number 16 and cave number 17 of Shivneri East group has term as a Upatthana in the inscription. The Buddhist text Vinay Pitak gives list of terminologies such as Uposatagara, Upatthana Shala, Bhojana Shala, which can be important to understand different monastic architectural structures along with their functional use. Uposatagara is an architectural structure used for fortnightly meeting of Buddhist monks and nuns. Meditation chambers have been found at Junnar. It is a narrow passage with a bench behind the cells. Such space could not be used for resting, but it suggests its use as a meditation chamber. It is a feature specially observed at Junnar caves. In an inscription, there is a mention of upashraya or nunnery specially meant for nuns of Dharmottariya sect. The tourist circuit at Junnar is under development and the site has a lot of potential for tourism. An archaeological site museum is under process which is going to be developed by Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology, Punyashlok Ahilya Devi Holkar, Solapur University, and Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology, Deccan College Postgraduate Research Institute, deemed to be University, Pune. Now we will see how to reach Junnar caves. Junnar caves are scattered around Junnar town, which is a 96 kilometers from Pune via Narayangaon and 204 kilometers from Mumbai. Buses from Pune are available to reach Junnar. To visit all the caves, one must hire a local taxi after reaching the town so that all the caves can be covered. The nearest airport is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, Mumbai, which is a 154 kilometers from there. Different cave groups may need 20 to 25 minutes of trek to reach the site. Now we will move to the another important Buddhist cave site, that is the Nashik caves. The Nashik caves are also known as a Pandu Leni, as well as one can see the mention of the hill on which the caves were excavated as a Tirannu or Trirashmi. Recently, the caves are known after the ancient name as a Trirashmi caves. It is a group of 24 caves situated 7 kilometers from Nasik in Maharashtra, popularly known as Pandulena or Trirashmi Leni. It is strategically located on the ancient trade route passing from Mahishmati to Kalyan and Sopara. Nashik was an important urban trading center during the early historic period. It is among the few ancient cities which have retained their original name till the date. In inscriptions like the one at Bersa, donation by a person hailing from Nasik is mentioned. The region where the caves are located is the Govardhan region, and the hill on which caves are located is mentioned as a Tirannu in Prakrut or Trirashmi in Sanskrit. Out of total 18 caves, cave number 18 is a Chaitya Gruha, and remaining caves are viharas or monasteries as well as Buddhist shrines. This cave site has preserved the activities of Buddhism from the 2nd century before Common Era up to the 5th, 6th centuries of Common Era, that is at least for the span of 800 years. Although royal patronage has been found in few caves, especially for cave number 3 by the Satavahanas and cave number 10 by the Western Kshatrapas, the epigraphic sources found in the remaining caves further attest that there was also collective or community patronage. Thus, when we generalize that Buddhism flourished due to the royal patronage, and when this patronage decreased, Buddhism also degenerated, this is not the complete reality, because apart from the royal patronage, Buddhism was well received by the different stratas of the society, which include traders, merchants, occupational groups, guilds and agriculturalists.